Welcome back to a haunting reminder of how unpredictable the world becomes. Tonight we count down 5 terrifying videos with no sharing her cabin with a spectral guest, drop a like, is this just another trick of the light? Number 5. Over on Paranormal Reddit, a user named Serpent95 shared an unsettling clip that could easily cost you a night's sleep. According to the post, the video was filmed by a friend while she was working in Thailand with elephants. It wasn't until she returned home to Sweden and reviewed the footage that she noticed something chilling in the background. At first, it looks like an ordinary scene. The woman walks along a path with the dog trailing behind her, but the real concern isn't the dog. If you focus to its side, you'll see what appears to be a dark, cloaked figure moving alongside them, almost as if it's keeping pace. The strange part? The dog doesn't react at all. No barking, no signs of alarm. Something you'd normally expect if an intruder was really there. That detail makes the figure even more mysterious. Cloaked figures have long been linked to bad omens and supernatural folklore. From the Grim Reaper in Western traditions to wandering spirits in ancient ghost stories, the image of a hooded entity silently following someone has always carried a chilling weight. Skeptics suggest it could simply be a shadow, a person obscured by poor lighting, or even a video artifact. But for believers, the sight of a cloaked presence quietly stalking its target is undeniably disturbing. Whether this was just a trick of perception or a genuine paranormal encounter, the footage is a haunting reminder of how unpredictable the world becomes when the lights go down. Number 4. On July 6th, 2020, a woman named Alicia uploaded a video to YouTube that was filmed by her boyfriend on what seemed like a happy, carefree day. The two were enjoying time at a rustic cabin, and the camera slowly pans across the area before focusing on Alicia, who stands inside smiling warmly. Her boyfriend comments on how cool the cabin is, but he may have spoken too soon.
This place is so cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
What the somebody in there with you?
No.
The
Just a few seconds in, a full-bodied figure suddenly appears in the window behind Alicia, clearly visible inside the cabin. Her boyfriend instantly senses something is wrong, blurting out, "What is it?" before urgently asking if someone else is in there with her. Alicia, confused, insists there isn't. He moves closer to get a better look, but the figure has already vanished without a trace. The video cuts shortly after, leaving viewers to wonder if they just witnessed a ghostly intruder or something else entirely. Cabins, especially isolated ones, are deeply rooted in ghost lore. They are liminal spaces where people often report seeing residual hauntings, apparitions, replaying fragments of a past life. The figure's solid form here, rather than appearing as a mist or shadow, makes this clip especially unusual and unsettling. Skeptics, of course, offer explanations: a reflection in the glass, another person slipping out of sight, or even an editing trick. Still, the way Alicia and her boyfriend react feels raw and genuine, and that only adds to the unease. So what do you think? Was Alicia unknowingly sharing her cabin with a spectral guest? Or is this just another trick of the light? Number 3. On TikTok, a man who goes by the name Italiano Mexicano shared a pair of videos that quickly had people talking. He runs a contractor business and often films himself during jobs, but this particular day was anything but ordinary. According to him, he had the only keys to the unit he was working in, which should have meant he was completely alone.
Only keys to this
To make
unit.
matters more unsettling,
Little girl died
he
in this
explains
unit.
that a young girl had
Baby
once
footprints
passed
by
away
my
inside
nanny
this
boots.
very unit.
This is the window they threw her out of when she passed away. Whatever, they rescued her.
Okay, so my last video wasn't too long because I didn't press a 10-minute icon yet. But the girl that happened to pass away in this unit was 3 years old. Look at what the fuck I see on the ground. Those are not an adult-sized footprint. One into the wall. This is where her bed was at, right here. I talked to the owner, I video called him and everything. And I've been here and little kids laughing. I just thought it was coming from outside, but it's like a little. I felt something go like this in my ear, and yeah, I hear all the activity coming from that closet, and right here. But this really baffled me.
He adds that he even spoke to the owner over video call, confirming details of the unit. While working there, he began hearing what sounded like children laughing. At first, he assumed it was coming from outside, but then he felt something chilling, like a small breath, right against his ear. And the strange activity didn't stop there. He claims to hear noises coming from the closet and different parts of the room. But what truly baffled him were the footprints. When he pans the camera across the dusty floor, you can clearly see small footprints scattered everywhere. But they don't lead to a door or hallway. Instead, they lead directly to the window, the very same spot where the girl tragically lost her life. The prints are undeniably child-sized, which makes the backstory all the more chilling. Still, skeptics argue there could be other explanations. Maybe leftover impressions from a previous worker's child, scuff marks from boots with an odd tread, or even an intentional hoax designed to spark a viral ghost story. But whether real or staged, the way those tiny prints end at the window is deeply unsettling, especially given the tragic history tied to the unit. So, what do you think? Evidence of a ghost child retracing her final steps? Or just an eerie coincidence? Number 2, on August 9th, 2019, a YouTube channel called A Paranormal Journey uploaded a video of their nighttime exploration inside an allegedly haunted forest. The weather wasn't on their side that evening. Rain poured down, wind rattled through the trees, and the audio kept breaking up. Still, the team pressed forward, determined to see if they could capture something unusual. At first, nothing seemed out of the ordinary, or so they thought.
Mark and Jamie tonight as we investigate the haunted woods somewhere in Anglesey tonight. Said tonight twice, didn't I? I tried to take over here.
As the two explorers casually talk about their plans, the camera pans upward. In the upper right corner of the frame, a strange figure can clearly be seen standing on top of a building. Its outline is tall, completely dark, and featureless, what many would call the classic image of a shadow man. The explorers continue speaking, unaware of what's looming in the distance, but then the camera shifts back again, and this is when things get even more unsettling. The figure that was visible just moments earlier is now gone, vanished without a trace. No footsteps echoing, no movement caught on audio, just an empty rooftop where the shadow once stood. Stories of shadow people are some of the most persistent in paranormal folklore. They're often described as pitch black silhouettes lurking at the edges of vision, believed by some to be omens, interdimensional entity, or restless watchers tied to places marked by tragedy. But seeing one directly, as solid and head on as this figure appeared, is far more rare and far more terrifying. Skeptics will argue it might have been a trick of the lighting, a person slipping quietly away, or even a blemish on the lens that looked human in the dim light. But for believers, the sudden vanishing only adds weight to the idea that something otherworldly was watching from above. Whatever the truth, one thing feels certain. If the Paranormal Journey team didn't notice it in the moment, they probably regretted hitting play when they reviewed the footage later. Number 1. Weddings are meant to be among the happiest and most unforgettable days in a couple's life. Celebrations of love, family, and lasting memories. But as this next clip proves, not every wedding reception unfolds the way it should. The footage was posted to Ghosts by a user named Hubble Vision about 5 years ago, and it carries a chilling backstory. According to the uploader, someone who had once worked at the venue reported seeing a little boy darting across the room, followed immediately by a sudden icy chill. She hated talking about it, but admitted the experience left her deeply unsettled. A year later, this video was recorded.
It's crazy to just get there all the same time.
At around the 8-second mark, every single door in the area suddenly swings open at the exact same time. That's not a breeze, that's not someone sneaking through unnoticed. It looks like a coordinated movement, too precise, too synchronized to dismiss as coincidence. Then, only moments later, a tablecloth at the back of the room shifts unnaturally, as though invisible hands had tugged it into place. What makes this scene even more unnerving is that a group of people are clearly visible on the left side of the frame, and none of them react. No startled looks, no pointing, no signs of alarm. It's as if the entire phenomenon was either invisible to them or simply ignored. Folklore often ties weddings to heightened supernatural activity. In many cultures, powerful emotions, whether joy, grief, or fear, are said to act like a beacon for restless spirits. Some even believe that weddings can awaken lingering presences bound to a location, envious or resentful of the living. Skeptics, of course, suggest more ordinary explanations. Maybe hidden wires pulling the doors or drafts from poorly sealed entryways. The tablecloth movement could be explained by airflow or perhaps someone just out of frame pulling at the fabric. Still, the timing of the doors and the tablecloth, combined with the eerie history of the venue, leaves plenty of room for chilling speculation. So, what do you think? Was this couple's big day interrupted by something otherworldly, or was it nothing more than a staged trick? Either way, this is not the kind of wedding video anyone would want showing up in their album. And that wraps up our look at 5 scary videos that remain unexplained. Some might say they're nothing more than camera glitches or tricks of the light, while others are convinced they're proof of something far darker. What do you think? Were these clips genuine encounters or just eerie coincidences? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this countdown, be sure to subscribe to Shock Top 5 and turn on notifications so you never miss the next dive into the strange and terrifying. Until then, stay safe, stay curious, and remember, sometimes the scariest things are hiding right in front of us.